Welcome to PixelHangover.com. Today we're bringing you the first few action sequences of the Amazing Spider-Man, the game that goes along with the movie that just came out. And if you're a Spider-Man fan, you know a Spider-Man and game fan, I should say. You do know that it's kind of been rough the last few Spider-Man games. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed one. Probably Spider-Man 2, going way back. I don't know. Can't remember. But because it seems like they come out with one every freaking year. But this one, I gotta tell you, you should keep your eye out on. It's pretty good. I like it so far. So I'm trying to get the hang of the Spidey sense thing, which actually works pretty well. We'll get to a section here where you fight a boss in the city. You get to fly around the skylines and stuff. It's actually really fun. They did a good job. So I just wanted to show you just a little bit of the traversing on the inside and the variety of missions that that you have to go through here. So obviously things have gone bad. That's why you're trying to get her out of Oscorp here.
The door's been sealed. We need to find another way.
I think they keep calling it the incident. This was like 5 minutes until the incident, and then this happened, and then a little bit here. It's like a few hours after the incident happened. So I guess it's the incident that nobody wants to talk about. They just call it the incident. So there we go. You can actually pull yourself through things. I really like it. It feels really well once you get the hang of it. I was trying to figure out what to do here, and no, not punching the control panel. That doesn't do it. I finally figure out that, okay, well, I'm not supposed to be here, and I think I saw something flash on the other side, so I pulled myself back through. Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. That makes more sense. Yeah, so that's kind of a new thing, to be able to direct exactly like that. I don't remember that from other games. If it was there, it wasn't done as well. This is another thing that you use definitely during during the boss fight too. So kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Pretty self-explanatory. It doesn't take much to figure that out, but it's kind of a cool dynamic. I think you'll see here that I for some reason I couldn't get through this one very well. All right, I had to reposition. It wouldn't give me a spot to jump to right there, and it biffed me on it. So of course I gotta do the B thing again. Just playing on the 360. This version plays real well. I haven't heard of any issues between the versions, so I think you're pretty safe to play on any platform. I'm sure though the DS and 3DS are a little different than the consoles, but that's okay. I don't know what that was. That was a little showing off. I don't know. So yeah, it feels really good getting around. Actually, I was surprised. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have high hopes. Let's put it that way. But it's actually it's a lot better than most of the Spider-Man games. It's kind of a creepy camera angle there, but here's the first bit of combat, or second bit. Yeah, a little bit before, but it's a little bit more. This teaches you to use the web slinging, I think is what they're calling it, and dodging. You'll see little flashes above his head, and that means that you should probably dodge. Just very similar to, I guess, Batman Arkham Asylum, or Arkham City. It's funny how I've seen so many games. I think the one we just did, Sleeping Dogs. So many of these games are copying Arkham City and the combat, and even I'd like to see like a game like Assassin's Creed copy even more, which I think I heard that they are as far as the health. So that's when you know that you've made a good game, is when all these other games copy it. So this is all basically just a couple buttons did all those moves. There's not. I mean, it feels pretty badass, but you don't have to do a whole bunch of comboing.
Okay, Gwen. I'm getting you to safety.
Thanks, Pete.
All right, get her out of here. And we're going to cut here to the outside. 4 hours after the incident, so they don't want to talk about it. They're just going to call it the incident. But here's I wanted to show exactly how how you get through the city and how smooth it is, and it's actually pretty awesome. And they hit you with a boss fight right after the beginning, so get the Batman style cinematic intro here. There we go. It's right trigger and right trigger, hold web, and you somehow you're
Gwen, you okay?
sticking onto something, even though there's no ability. It's higher than sometimes what you got here. But that's okay. Doesn't have to be real. It's fun.
I know someone.
I thought visually this is one of the better games too. A lot of the Spider-Man games have suffered from not looking so great, so this is not so bad. I think I opened up my phone here and access cell phone, and then you can put up mark your a waypoint, which is what I did there.
I think I'm gonna love this phone.
Looks like it puts a big old beam from the sky when you do a waypoint. I didn't notice that. Here we are in the middle of Manhattan, and this right here kind of got me. This reporter is reporting from this obviously dangerous lizard man, and she's 10 feet away with her back to it. I'm not saying natural selection should have taken place there, but I'm kind of saying that. And Spider-Man, he interfered with that, so it's too bad. So here we go. They hit you with a boss fight right after the beginning. Right at the beginning, I should say.
Okay, Spike.
And I'm not a big fan of boss fights. I actually quite can't stand them. But this one is done pretty well. I mean, a lot of times boss fights to me are just annoying and frustrating. And it's just pattern after pattern. But this one, it felt good because you could really get around this dude. If all the bosses are like this, it definitely is a cool thing. That right bumper, that Spidey thing, seems to pause time. I don't know how long it lasts. It never went till it wouldn't let me. So pause time. It's got a really cool flow to it, just circling around this guy. I really had fun. Yeah, that pause in time actually might be a little good way to cheat and look for specific places. I'm assuming it's going to work on most of the bosses, just like any game out there you play. They always have, like, you know, yellow spots, just like this guy. That that's where I got to hit on everywhere from Gears to War to Dead Space, the game that I just finished. Yeah, awesome game, by the way. But they always have these little glow areas. I know it's a good way to show it without being too crazy. Yeah. All that was cinematic. I wasn't controlling any of that. So no, I mean, the game is fun. It's if you like Spider-Man, it's definitely the best one I've played in a long time, and I think it's definitely worth checking out. I have not seen the movie yet, so I can't speak to that, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this fight play out so you can hear it, and hope you enjoyed the quick look at this this new Spider-Man game. And if you want more, pixelhangover.com. We got a bunch of new videos on there. We'd love you to subscribe and check things out. We put up stuff every day. So thanks for joining us, and my name is Ryan. Have a great day.
This thing once and for all. Let's see. Motorized joints help it get around. How do you like them webs? last words before I put you in the scrapyard? And here it comes. Open your mouth.